Never, ever, ever I watched porn and after that I was like, this was fucking awesome. I loved what I just did. I think I was 13 when I first discovered porn, maybe even 12. Um, my father had a tape hidden so well that I could just look up and see it with like images of porn on it. I climbed on my TV and I reached for it and I was like, what the hell is this? I put it in the VCR and I was shocked. I was completely mesmerized. I was like, what are those people doing? I had the feeling that grown-ups are having way like crazy fun that children still don't understand. There is something out there to discover that is somehow hidden from me or from everyone my age. And it started this kind of feeling that I'm missing out on something and that I need to kind of like catch up. And that led into kind of fascination with porn. I started to collect pictures and when slowly the internet became faster, watch videos, and it started to be this very exciting, mesmerizing, hypnotizing thing. I don't remember in what age I first saw a TED Talk that talked about how bad porn is for your sex life and for your life in general. I think this was the first time that the seed has planted that maybe I'm doing something that is a bit off, maybe it's not really right, maybe it's not very good for me. But the moment that I really realized that I'm doing something wrong, the big slap that I got was when I was actually with a beautiful woman and I just couldn't get it hard. That was because just a few hours before that I watched porn and I did my thing for like 3-4 times with porn before that, so I had no sexual energy left for her. And I just saw it. I just saw the direct consequences of me watching porn and me not being turned on now with this woman. Generally, I started to notice how porn started to affect my life on an emotional level, where I'm a little bit more depressed after watching porn. I'm a little bit off energy. I'm not very inspired. I'm not very creative. I am generally less me. Like, okay, I realized around 22, 23 that it's bad. Now I'm 34 and that the shadow of porn is still chasing me. Like, I had periods where I kind of decided, okay, I'm done. Maybe it would last for like a week or 2 and 3. But then I would like get really frustrated. I would maybe approach a girl on the street and she would reject me and I would be like, women suck, whatever. And I would come back home and I would watch porn. I would feel heavy or bored just to watch porn. Something is off about my life. I would just go to porn because it's like an immediate guaranteed satisfaction. For that, like, let's say, whatever, a few minutes that I'm watching and I'm doing my thing, I would feel this excitement. I would feel this like rush. It's almost like drugs. I would feel that like high in my body. But then right after, I just drop down into a like kind of almost depressed state of like feeling bad for doing it, feeling depleted of energy, feeling like I'm just out of alignment. I'm out of my true connection with myself. I think I can confidently say that every time I watch porn, the core underneath it, the core reason underneath it is belonging, connection, and intimacy. So if I would not meet that, the escape would be porn. Sometimes you can do all the right things, have the beautiful date, go to bed with a woman, and still not have that intimacy, still not have that connection. I would not feel that connection that I would subconsciously, I have to say, crave. I would go to porn. So it's really for me about the connection, and really for me about like feeling that I'm understood, that I'm seen, that I'm touched, that I'm touching the woman. It's also, I have to say, not only about women. It's more like also a thing that if I would spend an evening in a party and I'll be surrounded with a like bunch of people that I should be connected to, but I'm somehow feeling that I'm not connected, I would come back home empty, feeling like fuck, or I'm not really a part of anything. I don't really feel belonging, and then that would lead to me watching porn. So it's so much different than when I would engage in some kind of a self-pleasure with myself separately, not connected to any electronic device, just with myself. This is a very different feeling. It would always come with some kind of a relaxation and beautiful connection to yourself. But with porn, if you felt empty before, now it's like doubles. But then you will have less energy, so you kind of like go into this like apathic mode. So that like realization and that understanding that is depleting my energy, that is kind of like taking something away from me under the promise that it would give me something, but then every time that promise is like a dust in my, like, it seems like I'm reaching out for gold and it becomes dust every time, and it still works. The illusion still works every time. So I realized that I'm just basically hypnotized by this thing, and that it captures me, it takes me, it hypnotizes me, and it promises me some resolution or some escape, and it never delivers. Never, ever, ever. I watched porn, and after that I was like, this was fucking awesome. I loved what I just did. Never. So the difference between how it was in the past and how it is today is that today I don't feel so much captured by porn. If the core reasons to why I would go to porn in the past would be lack of intimacy and belonging, and I would not even see it. Like, I would feel those feelings and I would not know where they came from. It just would feel just bad inside, and I would just like, I would not know what to do. I would just slowly find myself surfing through porn. Today I would just, oh, here it is, lack of belonging. Oh, here it is, lack of intimacy. I feel it. I know what it is. I just see it. I feel it. And I could maybe talk about it. I could maybe sit with it. I can meditate with it. I can do something with it directly, rather than find some escape. So why am I doing this video? The main reason is I realized that a lot of the grasp and the power that the addiction to porn has on me was the secrecy about it. So not talking about it, not talking about it with my friends, with my girlfriend. So whenever I would go and watch porn, it would be like kind of like this bad thing that I just did, and I would not share it with anyone. And I would kind of keep these negative feelings inside. In my experiments of trying to get out of it, I once shared in Facebook that I'm struggling with it and I need some any tips that people might have. That really helped. When I talked about it with my friends, that really helped. When I basically took the internal grasp, the shadowy secret aspect of it from myself, and I started talking about it openly, I saw that it loses a lot of the grip that it has on me. Shedding more light on it helps a lot. That's why I also did the video, A Message from Porn. I also wanted to kind of expose what it does to our subconscious, what it does to our inside of our mind, where it like almost whispers all those callings. Yeah, come and watch me, come and like, I'm better than women, I don't need anything, and all that stuff. I wanted to basically shed more light into how this addiction sounds inside. The main thing, the most powerful tool that helped me stop watching porn was to think about how I will feel after. This is the most powerful weapon. To go and just like, you start to feel it, and instead of like thinking about the gratification that you might feel by watching the porn, I immediately think of how I will feel like a piece of shit after. That helped me, by the way, when I was smoking cigarettes. Instead of thinking about the first pleasure of the like first puff, I would think about the headache and the disgusting feeling inside of my body after. So I started to attach porn, disgusting feeling after. Porn, like depletion of energy. I started to basically connect that rather than the gratification. And of course, if you really want to, let's say, rip it with with the root from your being, you want to meet the real reason for why you want to watch it in the first place, which is somehow will be connected with connection, belonging, intimacy, one of those, core human needs. All right, this was my sharing. I hope this will help a person or two. There are 2 videos recommended to you right now, Teal Swan my short film right here. Check them out, and if you like the content, subscribe.